What's going on, guys? It's the next day after the tragic passing of the undefeated record of my goat, Tatsuro Taira. It's so sad. Before we talk about that, let's go through the entire event. Just recap, go through it. Let's start off with the first fight of the night. Lucas Rocha, Clayton Carpenter. I got this right. Went about as expected. Clayton Carpenter had better boxing than I expected. He had pretty decent striking, but pretty much when I expected. He was able to get Rocha down. It was a really big size difference. He was just physically bigger and stronger than Rocha. I really like Rocha actually. He looks like such a cute little fella, but it sucks for him because he was actually doing well in some moments. He had some moments on the feet where landed like a big knee and then like a big left hook. But at the end of the day, Carpenter was just able to get him down really easy. And in the first round, he got him down, did some big damage, opened up like three massive cuts. Then in the second round, the second time he got Rocha down, Rocha gave his back to try and get up, and Carpenter jumped on it and he sunk in the rear naked choke, and that was it. Clayton Carpenter by second round rear naked choke. Good win from Carpenter. He's really good. I like him. Uh, hey, we got a prospect on our hands. Maybe this one can move his head. Huh? I'm being so hard on him, but I'm really torn up about Tyra's loss. Cause flyweight's fucking ruined now, but yeah, that's whatever. Next up, bantamweight, especially since Steve Erceg lost to Kai France and Pantoja. Flyweight fucking sucks. Steve Erceg versus Kai Asakura would be so much cooler than Pantoja versus Kai Asakura. Let's be real, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Oh. Next up, Dan Argueta versus Cody Haddon. I like Cody Haddon a lot. I mean, this guy was defending pretty much every single takedown, piecing up Argueta, fucking rip into the body, crazy combinations. Argueta can't strike. Crazy good win from Cody Haddon. Incredible performance in his first fight. Kind of got overshined by the main event, but it is what it is. But really crisp boxing, really great body shots, crazy combinations, able to mix it up to the head. Just really fucking good. Really fucking good. But man, Dan Argueta's also just shit, so we don't know how good his striking truly is until he faces like a real legit striker. But I think we'll find out very soon, though. Uh, Steve Erceg beat this guy, so Steve Erceg's fucking good. Next up, Julia Palastri versus Corey McKenna. Sal D'Amato's fucking stupid as all hell. Julia Palastri clearly got the first two rounds, and then McKenna just held her down in the third and did fuck all with it. So didn't really pay attention too closely, but Corey McKenna can strike. Next up, my fucking god, Junior Taffa versus Sean Sheriff. These guys are fat. The first round was actually pretty good, but except at the very end, Sean Sheriff got a takedown and was just beating the shit out of Junior Taffa. Almost finished Junior Taffa, but Taffa brought it back in the second. He was and uh he was just the difference was while they were both gassed, they were both tired, they're both fat, they're both just fucking disappointing. Junior Taffa, the real difference is that he he was a glory kickboxer, I'm pretty sure, and that really showed. I mean, he was blocking a lot with the shoulder. He was blocking a lot of shots surprisingly well, and yeah, it's just that was really the big difference. But also, Sean Sheriff took it on like 6 days' notice or like 4 days' notice, so he was just really fucking gassed. He didn't have the cardio to go. Wasn't preparing for the cardio to go. Hey, one of the commentators always like, "You gotta be in the gym at all times." No, dude, these guys aren't in the gym at all times because they're not in the fucking UFC. That means da 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 da. They have to have other fucking jobs. So no, they're not in the gym all the time, Bisping. Fucking Christ. They have other jobs. These guys have fucking families they need to support. Christ. Next up, Themba Garimbo versus Nico Price. This one about as expected. Themba Garimbo looked really sloppy on the feet. He was kind of like this. The shots he was throwing were wild and just not very skillful. But Nico Price is really slow, and Themba Garimbo is younger. He's more athletic, and he is 4 wins in a row. So I say do him versus Randy Brown next. But the first round, you almost finished Nico Price. He was really going for it. He was going for chokes. He was going for it all. He gave it his all his entire fight. Pretty dominant performance. Beat Nico Price pretty much everywhere, but man, he's just Themba Garimbo on the feet looked really fucking bad, and I don't know about picking him for much longer, especially if he continues looking like how he's been looking. Like he fights like Carlos Prates, he might just get smoked. He might just get knocked the fuck out. But until then, I'll keep picking him. I think he could beat like a Randy Brown. I think he could have a really good shot against a Randy Brown, but just not feeling it. I just didn't like that performance. His last performance against Ramiz Brahimaj, he displayed like really good takedown defense. Against P. Rodriguez, he showed he had really good power. This fight was just not it, man. Just he showed the stuff he's been showing, so at least solid power. He hurt Nico Press on a couple of occasions, but man, he just showed real sloppy striking. His grappling still is impressive. His grappling is still as impressive as ever, though. So I can't be mad about that. Kind of like someone else on this card. I'm sorry. Uh, Pat Sabatini versus Jonathan Pierce. This is not what I was referring to, by the way. Pat Sabatini versus Jonathan Pierce. Got this wrong. I really didn't expect Pat Sabatini to be the one to get it to the ground. I knew if it, I knew if it got to the ground, I'd probably expect Pat Sabatini to get submission, but I really didn't think that it was gonna be Pat Sabatini to get it to the ground. I thought it was gonna be like a dumb takedown shot by Jonathan Pierce, and then Pat Sabatini get like a heel hook off of it, or like some sort of leg lock. But no, he just got him down, got on the back straight away, and choked out Jonathan Pierce. I feel bad for Jonathan Pierce because this guy was on a 5-fight win streak at one point, and one more. This guy was on a 5-fight win streak and uh was gonna fight Bryce Mitchell. About to get his man. This guy might have beat Movsar. No, he would not have beat Evloev. If this guy didn't pull out, we would not have gotten Diego Lopez. So, but it's just sad to see it's happened. He was doing really well against Yo Anderson Brito too. So it just kind of sucks, but that's what it is. CJ Vergara versus Ramazan Temirov. This fucker's been waiting to get in the UFC, I think. I mean, fucking Christ. Man, he was just going for it. Pretty much fucking did CJ Vergara dirty. Fucking rocked him bad, dropped him 3 times as you can see, and then the finishing blow was just, combination up top. Vergara runs around the cage, does his track star stuff that he normally did, except Tamarov didn't let him get away with it and ripped him to the body, and it just crumpled Vergara. Ramazan Temirov makes his debut. Fucking Christ, he is good. Fucking Christ. Next up, D-Rod versus Morono. This was just Sloppy. Um, one judge, Sal D'Amato. Anytime there was a split decision, he went the other way of the winner. So fucking kill him, please. Please get rid of him. He's fucking terrible at what he does. But Daniel Rodriguez versus Alex Morono. I'm gonna go with. Wait, what am I thinking? I went with D-Rod. He got it. You should have pretty clearly got the second and the third rounds. First round is a clear Morono, but D-Rod was able to pick it up and he was able to start putting it all together. Good shit from D-Rod. Honestly, good shit from D-Rod. Glad to see him back in the win column. Next up, Grant Dawson versus Rafa Garcia. Grant Dawson. Grant, you could bounce a quarter off at Dawson. Grant Dawson showed up and he showed out. The first round was, a Grant Dawson type round. Just kind of get him down, hold him down. But then again, Rafa Garcia didn't really do anything to like get up either, so it was kind of fucking. Grant Dawson threw a spinny question mark kick and a wheel kick, so I was like, oh, look at that. That's pretty interesting. Uh, Still starting to believe his chin is just not good, but then second round, man, he did not like the boring allegations, so he fucking opened up a big cut on Rafa Garcia, and he just started fucking beating the shit out of him, and then got a TKO. Like fucking shit. Holy shit. Crazy. He beat the fuck out of him to a second round TKO. Great performance. You know what? Fucking maybe give him a step up. Maybe he gets a Carlos Diego Ferreira versus Grant Dawson. That's a pretty good fight to make. Oof. Next up, Chidi and Jokawani versus Jared Gooden. Jared Gooden's just fucking stupid. Jared Gooden is so dumb. Every time they were in the clinch, Chidi and Jokawani was just fucking pounding away with knees, just beating the shit out of him with knees and elbows in the clinch, using great clinch work the entire fight. Just Jared Gooden just doesn't. I don't know what he was doing the entire fight, but man, he was doing a great. Chidi and Jokawani was just doing a good job beating the shit out of him in the clinch. Clear 30-27. Honestly, pretty impressed with that performance. Mario Batista, take notes. You fucking freak of. I want to say bad words, but I'm not allowed to. Fucking freak of nature, petri dish baby, Mario Batista. I hope he gets cut from the UFC. Next up, Junyoung Park versus Brad Tavares. Good win from Junyoung Park. He almost got robbed again. Like, let's be clear. This should have been unanimous. This should have been unanimous. This should have been unanimous. And this should have been unanimous. Every single decision that was split, it was Sal D'Amato that went the other way. But the first round was a good round for Tavares. He uh he had timed a leg kick from Junyoung Park that with a 1-2 that put him on his ass. Wasn't really a concussive knockdown. It was just like a what would you call it? It was just it was like an off balance thing. But still, he dropped him, and he outlanded him in the first. So good round from Tavares. Then in the second and the third, Young Park just starts putting it on him. Just starts walking forward, fucking throwing, trading with Tavares, and he just out lands the better shots. Has the more visible damage on Tavares' face. And you know what? Great one from Young Park. I think. Ooh, I don't know. Because here's what I think is gonna happen. I think they're gonna do probably Gregory Rodriguez versus Costa, or is Gregory Rodriguez versus Costa, or Gregory Rodriguez versus Hermanson. So I say give Young Park the loser of Pereira versus Hernandez. I think that'd be a great fight. Now, for the main event, Loki, this kind of killed flyweight. I'm gonna be honest. No one wants to see Brandon Royval back in a fucking title fight with Pantoja. Let's be real. No, you don't. You don't want to see it. Tatsuro Taira just doesn't move his head. The first round was a clear Royval round. Just outlanded. Wasn't really anything big that happened, but he was just outlanding Taira. It's clear Taira's not the fastest with his hands, and Royval was just outspeeding him, landing the cleaner shots. Second round, Taira gets him down, and he gets him back, and he controls him for the entire round. Third round, Royval hurts him. The specific moment was Taira shot in for a takedown. Royval timed the knee, hit him with a bunch of back of the head shots. Funny fact. Oh, should have fucking put it, made a timeout. But then Taira gets completely hurt on the feet, almost gets finished like 3 different times. Ends up on top in the last minute, and was really hoping he would throw an elbow or something, but he doesn't. And Royval still gets that round because he was just almost finished him, and Taira just ended up on top, which just saved them from a 10-8 really. Fourth round, Taira gets him down again, body triangle, it's all him. Fifth round was started out pretty close and competitive, and then Taira shoots in so close to getting the back take, which would have won him the fight. But Royval reverses it, gets Taira down himself. He ends up getting the back, and he ends up almost finishing him. And it was man, uh, Royval wins, 48-47. It just sucks. I wish Steve Erceg beat Kai Kara France, so that way we would have to. Then we'd be like, oh well, you can't give him a title shot. Do him versus Steve Erceg. And I think Steve Erceg could probably beat Royval, but he just got knocked out, so we're probably going to see him versus someone else. I mean, fuck, it just sucks, man. Just sucks. Really does. You know what we need to see? I want to see the Tatsuro Taira and Steve Erceg collaboration. I think with that we could get Tatsuro Taira and Steve Erceg. The evolution of both would be fucking nuts. So, but man, it's just overall it was a really good card. What did I go? I think I went really. I think I did pretty good, honestly. 1-0, 2-0. I don't know who I picked in this, so I'm gonna say 3-0 just for because I'm that guy. 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, 8-2, 9-2, 10-2. No, wait a minute. Yeah, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-1, 7-1, 8-1, 9-1, 10-1, 11-1, 11-2. Okay, I won 11-2. That's fine. I did pretty shit this year in terms of main event picks. So hopefully I can turn it around with these last couple of ones, but I don't really know. I think I'm gonna turn it around because it's what Pereira, Hernandez, Taporia, Holloway, Blanchfield, Namajunas. No, it's not Blanchfield, Namajunas anymore. Oh my god, that's what it was originally supposed to be. Let me change that. Moreno versus Albazi. I think I can get Jan Figgy, Jones Miocic, Prates Magni, Moreno Albazi, Pereira Hernandez right, and that'll put me right on track. But I've done pretty shit this year. I mean, dude, there's a period. A couple of these were fucking. I'm not gonna lie. A couple of these were me just being stupid and just not going with the right pick. But some of them I was really close, like Pantoja Urseg and Alan Curtis too. I was really close to getting those right. What else? Spivak versus Tabor. I almost got that right. Sandhagen versus Umar. Almost got that right. I mean, San Diego's doing good with the grappling defense. He's just getting outclassed on the feet. Burns. What else? What all did I get close to getting right? Duvasa Tabora almost got that right. Strickland Duplessis almost got that right. Hermanson Pfeiffer, one more round for Pfeiffer. I would have gotten that right. Man, I was just so close. So close on so many of these, but I think I can end the year strong on picks, but this was not my night to pick, I guess. Fuck. Yeah, Flyweight's dead. Fucking Brandon Royval just ruining it. But yeah, it is what it is. See y'all later. Fuck off.